I am the youngest child, and my two older sisters were in theater in high school in Panama, where I grew up. They took me to build sets on the weekends with them, and then when I got into high school, I started it, and I've really never done anything else. I'm Rolando Linares, and I'm one of the stage managers for the Philip tour of Hamilton. First of all, we do so many different things that there's no real definition of what a stage manager does on every production. We definitely do the weekly schedule so that everyone knows what's going on for the week. We often rehearse new company members. We call the show every night, so one of us, there's 3 people on my team. One of us will be at a little desk, a calling desk with a headset on, and we call the light cues, the automation cues, sometimes some sound cues depending on the production. We also are the person backstage who kind of puts out fires. We keep track of who's in the show every day or who missed a show for payroll. It just kind of goes on and on. Also, in a show like Hamilton that's been running for so long and we all travel together, we also kind of play therapist a little bit. No, we play therapist a lot, especially for these long-running shows. People go through things, and if the stage management team is good, then they have someone to come to and talk to and kind of feel like they can perform and they can be very vulnerable on stage if they need to be, because they're in a safe space. I was lucky enough to get the Chicago sit-down production, and I did that for about 1.5 years, and then I moved over to the Philip tour and opened this tour, and I've been with Hamilton since 2016 and with the Philip tour since 2017. There's about 30 to 35 crew members that we travel with, and then every city we go to, each department brings on local crew to supplement. So we have our core group that knows the show inside and out. They're so good. This crew is amazing, not only in their technical abilities, but their temperament and the way they get along with each other. It's kind of a great thing. They work their butts off, and they're here more than the cast or even stage management, and they're really the backbone that holds together the whole production and the whole tour, especially on a tour, because then they have to break down the set and make sure it fits perfectly into the trucks, make sure everything is safe and packed well, make sure we don't leave anything behind, and then put it up in the next city. Everyone backstage is so not only technically savvy, but they're so artistic too. I mean, they work so hard and they work such long hours. I mean, much longer hours than almost anyone else. You just can't do it without them. I mean, nothing would be working on stage without the men and women in the back. What you see on stage is the glamorous part of it, but it's also just such a small representation of everything it takes to make a show like this happen every night, night after night, and make it look really easy.